Latite Client has been updated to the latest version of Minecraft Bedrock Edition. To download it, you want to head over to their official website, latiteclient.net. This is going to be linked down in the description below, together actually with my Discord server, which contains this client as well as many other ones, so I'd greatly appreciate it if you could join that. Anyways, here you want to simply click on the download v2 button, then on download once again, and the download will automatically start. So now as you can see, I have the Latite Client installer in my downloads. I can simply double click on this just like so, and the installer will start up. Great, now the Latite Client injector has been installed. Because this is just the installer, you can delete it if you want to do so. You will now either have an icon on your desktop, which I don't have, or you can just look for Latite in here, and it'll pop up. I can now simply click on that, and the Latite Client launcher will open up. You can go over to the settings area over here, and you can manage the custom settings. You can right click on this launch button and select a custom DLL file to inject, or you can simply click on launch over here, and Minecraft will automatically start up with Latite Client injected, as you can see. So here I am inside of Minecraft, as you can see, with Latite Client injected. I have automatically enabled my config. Latite Client does that. This is my default config that I have saved. If you want access to my configuration for Latite Client, then I will link that down in the description below. Anyways, for right now, I'll just reset everything to default. There we go. So I will now briefly show you how to use Latite Client. If you want the full in-depth tutorial, then that will be linked down in the description below. Anyways, it isn't too hard to use this client. You want to press on the M button on your keyboard, and that'll open up this area. You can then click on mod settings, and you'll be brought to the Click GUI, which is one of my favorite Click GUIs out there. I think this looks really nice. Anyways, here we have all of the utilities that this client has. You can click on this button over here to turn it on, click on it once again to turn it off, and you can click on this general utility and you'll get these customization settings. For any legit client out there, this has to be the best customizations in terms of like Bedrock Edition latest version. Okay, I love this client. I think I've said enough now. Anyways, the customization menus for all of these, as you can see, are unique. Now these utilities can be sorted into a few categories. You have game utilities and HUD utilities. HUD utilities are things that will show up on your screen and add to your experience. For an example, we can use the CPS counter, which as you can see will display my clicks per second. It's right down there now, but I don't really like where it is. Like, that's kind of a random location. So I can simply press on M, and now in this area, I can actually move this around. I can use my scroll wheel to make this larger or smaller, and I can drag this to wherever I want. One more thing I love about this client is the fact that it has grid snap. As you can see, you can snap this to the side of your screen and really to any other location. If you have more than one of these on here, then they will actually also snap to each other. Anyways, as you can see, that has now perfectly snapped to the corner, and now it's right down there. Perfect. Anyways, that being said, I can go into the mod settings again, and entering the customization settings for the CPS counter, as you can see, you can completely customize the way it looks. Just look how much customization is over here. Plus, one of my favorite things of all time is here. It has a real-time updating preview of what it looks like when you customize it. That's insane. I love this client, okay? I think I said that already. Anyways, that's how that's done. Something that most of these customization menus do have in common is the fact that they have a keybind, as you can see. Some of them will have been already set by default, other ones won't. This client also has a plugins section, which there aren't many good plugins that I know of right now, but if there are, then I will make a video on that. In this settings area over here, one thing you want to check out is the fact that you can change the menu key. As I said, by default it's been set to M, but you can change that if you want, and of course together with a bunch of other customization. If you click on this button up here, then you'll be brought to this HUD editor area, which is where we were at before. Finally, one of the utilities I recommend you check out is the zoom. I can just enable this like so, and by default already the keybind has been set to C. As you can see, it looks exactly like the Java Edition Optifine zoom you would get. This is a great utility, and there's really no reason not to use it. Anyways, for the rest, this client actually does also have commands. As you can see, I used them earlier to reset my config. Anyways, to get a list of all the commands this client has, simply type .help in chat, and you'll get the command as well as what it does for you. If you're not sure how to use it, you can simply type the command in chat just like so, and you'll get the exact usage. Anyways, for right now, that was basically that. If you want my config, then that'll be linked down in the description below, together with the in-depth tutorial if you want to watch that. Anyways, for right now, thank you ever so much for watching, and I do of course hope to see you again in the next one. Bye bye.